Recently, one of the great actors, William Hurt, passed away. And it got me thinking about a movie from my childhood that really stuck with me. It came out in the year 2000. It was called Contaminated Man.
Your terrorist, if that's what he was, got out of the lab. They were exposed to something. Now they're a carrier. In the carrier, it mutates into something else. And anyone they touch, physically contact, is dead.
Get a doctor!
He's dying!
It was a straight to movie. Like straight to movie. Straight to TV.
Yeah.
Straight to video. Straight to video.
Video.
Thank you. It showed up on TV. I remember seeing this at Blockbuster. Like just this.
Right,
you know.
yeah, I remember seeing that too.
Yeah.
So here's how this movie works. William Hurt is a hazmat specialist, and he gets infected unknowingly by a terrible disease or virus or whatever. This is spread through touch. So you touch you, I touch you, now you have it, right? And then you die within minutes. He finds this out early on, finds a cure for himself, but now he becomes the antigen. His blood is the antigen, right?
Yeah.
It was the opening scene for me that is terrifying. Goes home and accidentally infects his wife and daughter. He hugs his wife. He comes downstairs. He's hugging his wife, where you don't know what's going on. And she starts falling down and like coughing up a bunch of like mucus out of her mouth and nose. And it's ridiculous. And they cut the shot where you just see her feet sticking out from behind like the island counter thing, and her legs are just kicking up and down, and she dies. And then all of a sudden you can hear his daughter coughing upstairs. And that's how the movie starts.
That's how it starts?
Yeah.
That's rough.
It's rough. There's an industrial accident, and Peter Weller of the RoboCop fame loses his job at this chemical plant and causes said accident.
Listen to me! You cannot sweep other people away! What? No!
And gets infected with the same thing that William Hurt's character was infected with at the beginning of the movie, right? But doesn't know it. So now he's going around and he just wants to see his family.
I want to see my family.
So William Hurt his character realizes what's going on. Like, this guy's been infected with the same thing I have, but I have the cure. It's a chase movie. It's really kind of terrible.
It's a chase movie where you kill the other guy who's trying to see his family?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, but this is, I think, part of the movie from what I read. I haven't seen it. Is that, whoever's hunting down FBI or whatever agents, they're like, oh, this man's a murderer and he's doing stuff, and William Hurt's like, no, he's just a man going to find he's innocent.
This guy, he just wants his job back. He wants to pay the alimony so he can get his visitation rights again.
And that's the whole.
That's the whole.
Man.
That's the whole.
That's the
whole
only
thing.
interesting thing about
This movie has really, really good parts to it. The movie's it has no business being as good as it is.
Yeah.
But there's a whole scene where Peter Weller's character is in a casino. So if he touches someone, right?
Yes.
They're gonna die within minutes.
They're fucked.
And it's very like tension building where he thinks he's gonna touch him and he doesn't. And they're like zooming in on his hand, and you're like, oh, is he gonna touch that person? Oh, he's gonna touch that person.
So if he's not like a terrorist, why is he touching all these people?
Because that's what human beings do.
Yeah, he doesn't know that he's contaminated for most of the movie.
So he touches people, walks away, and then they die, and he has no idea.
Yeah. There's a lot of issues with this movie. Some of the performances made it feel like that there were two different movies being filmed. Like the A-list actors like William Hurt and Peter Weller really gave great performances. Some of the other characters kind of like camped it up a bit. It was kind of like B-movie schlock, you know.
There's nothing toxic here, so why don't you go wait in your little van? Suck a lollipop.
Cool suits. Are we expecting Martians?
And William Hurt has long
hair.
Not in the, but it's just, dude. There's a terrible part where they're like on a roller coaster. He's like climbing on the side of a roller coaster.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Peter Weller that's trying to get away from him. All William Hurt's character has to do is say, "Hey, I have the cure." He's just like, "Wait, stop, don't."
Just listen to me. Look, will you just listen to what I have to say? Hey, come on. Joseph, don't make me do this. Joseph, wait now. Don't.
And that's all he said. He's like, "Bro." But it's worth a watch. It really is. I know I'm not selling this to anybody, but
Yeah. It reminds me of a conspiracy theory with Keanu and Rachel Weisz.
oh,
Where he invents clear energy, and then all of a sudden everyone tries to kill him, except for Morgan Freeman. Spoilers! Did you like this movie?
when I rewatched it, no. But as a kid, it was
So
terrifying.
as a kid, you liked it.
I don't know if I liked it, but it definitely
Because
impacted.
that's how I feel about conspiracy theory with Keanu Reeves. I liked it as a kid.
Yeah.
And I went to
something
rewatch
again,
it,
you're
and I was like,
why the
wow, this
hell
movie's
did
shit.
like
Yeah,
that?
I don't know if I liked it as a kid, but it definitely impacted me enough that I was like,
Is Contaminated Man, you like watching that first scene, is that something that kind of piqued your interest in Hollywood and props and movie makeup and
not even slightly, but
okay.
it was just one of those things that imprinted like.
it just seems like it really nestled its way down there, and
did.
then you went on to have like
A Hollywood career and stuff.
in doing that.
It was just one of those movies that like I could separate fact from fiction sort of thing. Like werewolves obviously don't exist, zombies don't exist. This was like one of the first, besides this and The Exorcist, which I'm not afraid to compare The Exorcist to either of these two films, but this terrified me.
It like could be real.
It could be real, and well, and then I went back and watched it now, and I was like, "Wow, this is really terrible." But that opening scene was still like pretty terrifying. It's just, it was a good script and a good idea. It just was not executed well at
Yeah.
all. Oh, it could have been so much more. And there's a reason why it went straight.
Dude,
to video.
I'm going to tell you right now. William Hurt was a much better actor than this movie gave him credit for.
Exactly.
I've always loved William Hurt, and I've never known why. The movie that I remember most of Mr. William Hurt, who has since passed,
William Hurt,
yes, was the movie Michael with John Travolta and Andy McDowell. And they worked for a newspaper organization trying to write a story about this phenomenon, which is a whole other different movie.
Also starring John Travolta.
With Mr. Travolta moving the pencil. But William Hurt is the bespectacled straight man.
Bespectacled?
William Hurt and Andy McDowell tried to have Michael become something palatable to America when he was more than that.
We just like to take a look to see how you have these things attached.
Why don't you pull on your pecker and see how that's attached?
He loved something selflessly. His feathers fell whenever he sacrificed himself for somebody. And he was something that America didn't deserve. That is something that really struck with me. The way he changed in the film. Or William Hurt's change in the film.
It's transformation.
Yeah, exactly.
The hero's journey.
William Hurt was very much a straight man in that film. He didn't believe anything from the beginning.
Miss Winters has probably never heard of an angel living in a motel.
You think I'm full of shit?
But Michael changed his heart. Through that movie, I loved William Hurt. For some reason, that's the movie that struck a chord with my childhood. I don't really know where to go from there.
So Contaminated Man. Really stuck to core.
Contaminated Man sounds like a horrible piece of shit.
It is.
If you love William Hurt, don't watch that movie.
No, absolutely, you should watch it. There's some terrifying.
You should watch
moments.
Michael. Michael is a movie. For me, William Hurt was an amazing statesman, co-worker, kind of like Finding Forrester.
You're getting way off subject.
Am I
way off subject?
I'm way off.
Oh my God.
So check the film out if you want, or don't.
Or don't.
Also, please don't cancel us.